What's up, horror freaks? Welcome back to the Emporium of Dread.
Play with us.
I'm your undead horror guide, Boney Stiff, and today we're diving pickaxe first into My Bloody Valentine, the slasher flick that gives Cupid a run for his money and proves that love isn't the only thing that'll kill you. This 1981 cult classic is packed with heart, literally, and boasts enough pickaxe murders to make OSHA faint. But what makes this movie a standout in the slasher genre? Is it the gory kills, the twisted love triangle, or the miner who's madder than a heart-shaped box of snakes? So grab your helmets and watch your gas levels, because we're going deep into the mines of Valentine Bluffs.
What we need is a female victim of sudden death. Can you do it?
He's gone from here. The evil is gone.
We must create from the beginning things. Build up our own creature. And live up from nothing.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
It is entitled Naturam de Manto, roughly translated, Book of the Dead.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Well, horror freaks, welcome to the world of My Bloody Valentine, where romance meets industrial safety hazards. We're kicking things off in the least sexy place imaginable, a mine shaft. Nothing says mood lighting like flickering lanterns and the faint stench of coal dust, am I right? So here we have a female miner, because apparently even in horror movies there's no such thing as an OSHA violation-free workplace. She's decided this is the perfect time and place for a little striptease. That's right, forget candlelight dinners, or I don't know, literally anywhere else. This gal's like, you know what would really spice up this shaft? A little mining gear burlesque. As she peels off her gear, the male miner, our strong silent type in the gas mask, spots a heart-shaped tattoo on her chest. And instead of thinking, oh, neat ink, he goes straight to the how dare you have a tattoo in my presence.
Blasphemer!
This guy's got some serious issues. Maybe he's anti-tattoo, or maybe hearts just remind him of Valentine's Day candy that broke his teeth. Either way, he's not thrilled. So what does he do? Oh, nothing too extreme. He just shoves her into a mining pickaxe like he's auditioning for a Deadliest Catch spinoff, and just like that, romance is dead. Honestly, folks, if this isn't a PSA for not hooking up in life-threatening locations, I don't know what is. Rule number 1 of horror survival: keep your clothes on and stay out of murder-prone environments. But hey, if she hadn't made this stellar life choice, we wouldn't have the blood-soaked fun we came for. Alright, horror freaks, buckle up, because we're heading to Valentine Bluffs, Canada's coziest mining town, where love is in the air, and so is the faint whiff of methane gas. Mayor Hanninger, bless his out-of-touch little heart, has decided it's time to dust off the old tradition of a Valentine's Day dance, because nothing says romance like slow dancing next to a giant pit of doom. Fun fact, they stopped these dances 20 years ago after an oopsie involving 5 miners, a cave-in, and what I could only describe as the world's worst team-building exercise. C2 supervisors decided that checking the methane gas levels was like optional. They pieced out to attend the dance, leaving the miners to literally get lit. Boom! Cave-in city, but wait, there's more. Enter Harry Warden, the only survivor of this disaster. Now, if you think being buried alive would be the worst part, think again. Harry had to snack on his co-workers to survive. That's right, folks, this isn't your average horror villain origin story. This is a full-course meal. After being rescued, Harry didn't take up to therapy or veganism. Nope, he went full psycho and murdered the 2 supervisors who abandoned him. And here's the kicker, he ripped out their hearts and stuffed them into Valentine's Day candy boxes and included a heartfelt note, because if you're going to be a murderer, at least be thematic. Fast forward 20 years and the whole town is like, hey, that whole murder thing, ancient history. Let's play! Classic small town denial. Meanwhile, Harry's warning, no dance or I'll go stab happy, is just collecting dust somewhere. Good luck with that, folks. Now let's meet our cast, the lovable future victims. We've got Gretchen, Dave, Hollis, Patty, Sylvia, Howard, Mike, John, Tommy, and Harriet. A lineup so big you know that at least half of them are here just to become creatively mangled. But wait, there's drama too. Sarah, Axel, and the mayor's son TJ are caught in a love triangle so awkward it's practically a shape of its own. Nothing adds spice to small-town horror like unresolved romantic tension, am I right? So there you have it, folks. A town ignoring red flags the size of Alberta, a maniac with a pickaxe, and a bunch of party-loving kids who have clearly never seen a horror movie. This dance is about to get bloody, and I, for one, am here for it. Things start heating up here in Valentine's Bluffs, and I'm not talking about the dryer settings at the laundromat. Let's dive in. First up, Mayor Henninger and Chief Newbie receive a little Valentine surprise.
From the heart comes a warning filled with bloody good cheer. Remember what happened as the 14th draws near.
A heart-shaped box of chocolates with a real human heart inside. Nothing says Happy Valentine's Day quite like arterial decor. And of course there's a note attached warning of impending murders if the dance isn't cancelled. Now if this were me, I'd cancel everything. The dance, my mail subscriptions, and possibly my whole residency in this town. That night we get our first big kill of the film, poor Mabel, whose romantic evening in the laundromat turns into a spin cycle of doom. Enter our mining geared killer, who apparently not only is murderous, but he's also a stickler for neatness.
One is dead, and so are you?
After Mabel's gruesome demise, her heart is removed. Honestly, this guy's got an aesthetic. Very deadly artisan meets DIY butcher. But here's where it gets truly ridiculous. Chief Newbie doesn't want to cause a panic, so he tells everyone Mabel had a heart attack. A heart attack? What did she do? Trip into a pickaxe and get a little too enthusiastic while folding towels? Classic small-town cover-up logic, folks. Meanwhile, Newbie tries to contact the mental institution where Harry Warden was supposedly locked up, only to find out they have no record of him. Because of course they don't. The one guy who eats co-workers and threatens mass murder, yeah, he just slipped right through the cracks. Nothing to see here, folks. So Hanniger and Newbie finally cancel the dance, but do the town's rebellious youth take the hint? Of course not. They're like, oh, there's a murderous psycho on the loose? Sounds like the perfect time to throw a rager in a creepy methane-filled mine shaft. Brilliant move, gang! But before they can even get the party started, our beloved local bartender, clearly the only sensible person in this town, tries to scare them off with a dummy miner. And for his trouble, he gets pickaxed by the real deal. Rest in peace, my man. You tried. At this point, I'm rooting for the miner. I mean, who wouldn't lose it in a town where logic and self-preservation are dead on arrival? It's party time at Valentine Bluffs, and let me tell you, things are about to get steamingly sinister. First up on tonight's menu, Dave. Poor Dave gets brutally dispatched by the miner.
Who is that?
But things start to get real as the poor guy's heart ends up boiling in a pot of hot dogs. Can you imagine biting into a Frank and finding that?
You know what they make those things out of, huh, Chet? You know? Lips and assholes.
Talk about ruining the vibe. I mean, I love a good barbecue, but this is next level awful. Not to be outdone, Sylvia meets her maker in the shower scene to end all shower scenes, creating the bloodiest plumbing nightmare you've ever seen. Somewhere, a ghostly plumber is weeping. Also, can we talk about this miner's upper body strength? Impaling someone and maintaining a cool aesthetic, give the man a trophy or at least a protein shake. When the group finally realizes Dave and Sylvia are dead, they contact the authorities, but does that stop the partygoers? Oh no.
Dave is dead!
A bunch of them decide to enter a mine. A dark, claustrophobic, and murder-infested mine. I've seen bad decisions in horror movies, but this takes the whole hard-boiled hot dog. Meanwhile, TJ and Axel are love triangle bros heading to the mine to rescue the daredevil partygoers. What could go wrong? Oh right, everything. Hollis, trying to track down Mike and Harriet, finds them impaled by a large drill. Not a little drill, not a medium drill, but a large drill. At this point, the miner is basically a one-man Home Depot of horror. Poor Hollis doesn't get off easy either. He gets shot in the head with a nail gun. And let me tell you, that is not how you hang drywall, folks. R.I.P. Hollis, you were too pure for this mine. Ah, but the real kicker, as Patty, TJ, Axel, and Sarah try to escape by climbing a ladder, Howard's corpse comes falling down tied to a rope like the world's grimiest piñata. The miner really knows how to leave an impression. Literally imagine being halfway up a ladder and bam, surprise corpse. It's a cardio workout and a horror moment all in one. So what have we learned so far? The partygoers in this town are determined to ignore all red flags, and that our main killer has an alarming knack for turning everyday tools into lethal works of art. Alright, horror freaks, we've reached the explosive climax of this bloody tale, and let me tell you, it's a minefield of twists, trauma, and sheer lunacy. Let's dig in. We've got Axel drowning, or so it seems. Meanwhile, Patty gets the axe, figuratively and literally, proving once again if you're not the main character in this movie, you're as good as gone. And then the final chase begins. TJ and Sarah versus the murderous miner in a high-stakes battle underground. Plot twist. The miner is Axel. Yep, the brooding, slightly unhinged third wheel of the love triangle was the killer all along. Who would have guessed? Everybody probably. Cue the trauma flashback. Turns out little Axel witnessed Harry Warden ripping out his dad's heart, which, surprise, left him a little bit more than messed up. I mean, I get it. That's not something therapy can fully unpack, but Axel, buddy, maybe don't reenact the trauma on everyone else. Then TJ, in true final boy fashion, smashes Axel with a rock and causes the tunnel to collapse. And just as the police finally show up to save the day, Chief Newbie drops the ultimate bombshell. Harry Warden's been dead for 5 years. This whole time it's been Axel doing his best Harry Warden cosplay. Way to bury the lead, Chief. But wait, it gets better. Or worse, depending on how you feel about gore. Axel, trapped under the debris, goes full DIY amputation hero and hacks off his own arm to escape. That's dedication to your craft, folks. I mean, I can barely commit that hard to finishing a Netflix series. And as Axel stumbles deeper into the mine, bleeding out and losing his grip on reality, he's ranting on about Sarah being his bloody Valentine. Honestly, Sarah, if this isn't a sign to delete Tinder and go off the grid, I don't know what is. The film ends with Axel laughing maniacally, his voice echoing through the mines as the credits roll and a bizarrely jaunted ballad about Harry Warden starts playing. Nothing says horrifying trauma like a folksy murder jam to send you out of the theater. So there you have it. Love triangles, heart-stopping deaths, and a killer whose idea of Valentine's Day gifts is trauma and terror. Forget roses and chocolates, Valentine Bluffs just gives you nightmares. Alright, horror freaks, grab your pickaxes and chocolate hearts because it's time to see how My Bloody Valentine ranks on the old Stiffometer. Is this one a heart-stopping classic, or will it be flatlined faster than a miner in a gas leak? Let's find out.
Give my creation life!
Heart-shaped horror. Oh, sweet zombie Cupid, we've got ourselves a bloody good time. My Bloody Valentine delivers everything you could want in a slasher. Inventive kills, a genuinely creepy atmosphere, and more pickaxe action than a Minecraft speedrun. Now, is it perfect? Some of these characters make decisions so dumb they probably couldn't find their way out of a mine with a map, a flashlight, and written instructions. But hey, that's what we're here for, right? The gore is top-notch thanks to the unrated cut, and the killer Harry Warden is just the kind of vengeful, mask-wearing lunatic your Valentine's Day horror dreams are made of. It's a slasher classic that reminds us all. Roses are red, violets are blue, and miners with pickaxes are coming for you. Well, horror freaks, that's the bloody lowdown on My Bloody Valentine. A film that proves love hurts, literally. If you had a killer time watching this breakdown, make sure to mine your way down to that like button and smash it. And don't forget to subscribe so you can join me, your undead horror Cupid, for more gory goodness. Got a favorite scene or a heart-stopping moment from this flick? Drop it in the comments below, I'm dying to hear from you. And hey, if you don't want Harry Warden showing up with a pickaxe at your Valentine's party, maybe share this video with a friend or two. Until next time, horror freaks, remember, keep the lights low and stay stiff.